Hi everybody. In this session, we are going to study about convergence or divergence of a series, and we are going to use D'Alembert's ratio test. Okay. So what is D'Alembert's ratio test? You know the sequence will be of the form u1, u2, etc. up to un, and it goes on. Okay, and series means you need to put a plus in between. So we are going to test the convergence of the series. Okay, u1, u2, etc. un by D'Alembert's ratio test. Okay, it's very simple. Limit n tends to infinity. You just have to take two consecutive terms. So the next term is going to be un plus 1. So you find limit n tends to infinity un plus 1 divided by un, and when n tends to infinity, calculate this answer. Okay, so you will get an answer, say it is k. So now when k is smaller than 1, the series converges. And when k is more than 1, the series diverges. And when k equal to 1, we cannot say whether the series is convergent or divergent according to D'Alembert's ratio test. Only it should be less than 1 and more than 1. When k is equal to 1, you cannot decide by this test. But we can do by some other test later. But when k is 1, this cannot be determined. So this is the D'Alembert's ratio test. So it's very simple. You are going to find un, you are going to find the next term un plus 1, and then just you are going to find limit n tends to infinity un plus 1 divided by un. Okay, let us take a series and do a problem based on this test. Consider the series sigma n equal to 1 to n, 1 by n into 2 to the power of n. This has appeared in Anna University 2010 question paper CEG. Okay, now you are n equal to 1 to infinity. So you are going to find limit n equal to 1 to infinity 1 by n into 2 to the power of n, whether this series is convergent or divergent. Okay, now we are going to follow D'Alembert's ratio test. So you are supposed to write un and you are supposed to write un plus 1. When it is given as a series, you need to find the nth term, but here clearly the nth term is given, just you have to put it here. So what is the nth term? Nth term is n into 2 to the power of n. And what is un plus 1? You are going to find the next term. So it will be 1 by n plus 1 into 2 to the power of n plus 1. You can either do un plus 1 by un, or you can do un by un plus 1 according to your convenience. So now I am going to do un plus 1 divided by un, and then I will find what happens to it when limit n tends to infinity. Okay. So now let us find un plus 1 divided by un. Un plus 1 is nothing but 1 by, I am just going to copy it, 1 by n plus 1 into 2 power n plus 1, as I told you, divided by 1 by n into 2 to the power of n. Just I am finding un plus 1 divided by un. This is nothing but 1 by n plus 1 into 2 to the power of n plus 1 times, I will write the reciprocal, n into 2 to the power of n. Okay. Now this is n plus 1, nothing will cancel, but this is 2 to the power of n and this is 2 to the power of n plus 1. So this is nothing but 2 will be left out. So this is same as n by 2 into n plus 1. So now I have written the nth term. Just now my work is to find when n tends to infinity what is the answer of this. Okay. So let me find limit n tends to infinity un plus 1 divided by un is nothing but limit n tends to infinity n divided by 2 into n plus 1. As per the rule, when n tends to infinity, take the highest power of n from the numerator as well as the denominator. Okay. So in the numerator, we don't have anything to take out. So it stays as n. From the denominator, n will be taken out. So 2 times n into 1 plus 1 by n. And this n will get cancelled. And when n goes to infinity, this will become 2 into 1 plus. When n is infinity, 1 by infinity is going to be 0. So what is this answer? This is 1 by 2. And you know 1 by 2 is smaller than 1. So by D'Alembert's ratio test, when this value is smaller than 1, the sequence converges. Okay. The sequence converges as limit n tends to infinity un plus 1 by un is smaller than 1 because half is smaller than 1. So the series is convergent. Okay. We'll do one more example. So we are going to follow D'Alembert's ratio test to check the convergence of the series 1 plus 2 factorial by 2 square plus 3 factorial by 3 square plus 4 factorial by 3 cube 4 power 4 plus etc. That is the series for us now. Now you are not given the nth term here, so we are going to calculate the nth term. So your un will be equal to, just look closely, 1, 2, 3, 4, it continues. Okay. So first term has 1, second term has 2 factorial, third term has 3 factorial. So nth term will have n factorial. So numerator is done, very simple. Coming to the denominator, first term I can say it is 1 power 1, doesn't matter because 1 power 1 is 1. Second term has 2 power 2. Third term has 3 power 3, fourth term has 4 power 4. So nth term will have n to the power of n. Okay. So once I write the nth term, I am supposed to write n plus 1th term and then I am going to compare them. I am going to compare un plus 1 divided by un. So un plus 1 is nothing but next term is going to be n plus 1 factorial divided by n plus 1 power n plus 1. So n is replaced by n plus 1, that's all, because based on this only. First means 1 by 1 factorial by 1 power 1, 2 factorial by 2 power 2. Nth term means n factorial by n power n. N plus 1th term means n plus 1 factorial by n plus 1 power n plus 1. Now we are going to do limit n tends to infinity un divided by un plus 1. As I told you earlier, you can use un divided by un plus 1 also. You can do un plus 1 by un also. First question we did un plus 1 by un. So to make you understand, I am going to do un by un plus 1. In however way you do, your answer will be correct. So let us do un divided by un plus 1. So this is n factorial divided by n to the power of n divided by this one. N plus 1 factorial divided by n plus 1 to the power of n plus 1. Okay. As usual, this division will become multiplication. N factorial by n to the power of n times n plus 1 to the power of n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 factorial. Okay. And you know n factorial is 1 into 2 into 3 into etc. up to n. You know n plus 1 factorial is 1 into 2 into 3 into etc. up to n into n plus 1. So when these two terms are there, when I cancel out this, this and this will cancel, means up to n all the terms will get cancelled and this n plus 1 will be left out. Now coming back here, so this is n plus 1 to the power of n plus 1 divided by n power n into n plus 1. So I got the value for un by un plus 1. Okay, once you get this value, my work is to find what happens when n tends to infinity in this case. So we are going to find limit n tends to infinity un divided by un plus 1, which is nothing but limit n tends to infinity. I am just going to copy this, n plus 1 power n plus 1 divided by n power n into n plus 1. Okay. Now as usual, when limit n tends to infinity, we are supposed to take the highest power of n outside. So this is same as limit, listen carefully, this is little bit tough but I will write extra step for you. 1 plus 1 by n to the power of n plus 1 divided by n to the power of n. This n is taken out, 1 plus 1 by n. Okay. Now when this has n power n plus 1, this power n plus 1. So when this comes out, it will come out of the bracket as n to the power of n plus 1 into 1 plus 1 by n to the power of n plus 1 whole divided by n power n plus 1, because n power n into n is n power n plus 1, and this term as it is. Now this is n power n plus 1, this is n power n plus 1. Both of them will get cancelled and 1 plus 1 by n to the power of n plus 1 will tend to the limit e. So this is same as e divided by 1 plus 0, because when n tends to infinity, this is 0 and 1 plus 0 you get here, and this is the standard limit. Limit n tends to infinity, 1 plus 1 by n to the power of n is e. But this n and n plus 1 does not matter because n is going towards infinity. So the bigger the n, it will be the same. Okay, or you can write it like this one into 1 plus 1 by n. So this part will go to e, this part will go to 1 as you know. So your answer is going to be e by 1, which is e. And we all know what is the value of e is 2.3 something, right? So this is more than 1. Okay, so now I have done the reverse of this, so please understand. So un by un plus 1, I got it as more than 1. Therefore the series converges now, because this is reciprocal, the inequality in the test is going to change. Okay, so the given series so the given series is convergent. So be very careful when you are doing un by un plus 1, the inequality will change in the ratio. Previous question we did by un plus 1 divided by un. But however you do, you will reach to the same answer. Okay. So this is how we find the convergence or divergence of a series using D'Alembert's ratio test. Thank you.